Welcome back to the Game Closet. Now, I bet that if you clicked on this video that you like the original Xbox, whether you have one now or you used to own one and you're thinking about grabbing a new one. Here in part 1, I'll be showing you 5 exclusive original Xbox games that are trapped on the Xbox, meaning you can't play them on any other console, and they are not forward compatible on the 360, Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X. These games can only be played right here on the OG Xbox. Oh, and just a side note on the very first game you're gonna see, I like this one so much that I gave it an extra special cinematic introduction that you won't wanna miss. Here we go.
Oh. Have you ever f***ed on cocaine, Nick?
Number 5 is Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Serving up sunshine and, well, a very specific kind of volleyball, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball from 2003 remains trapped on the original Xbox. It's a spin-off title featuring the Dead or Alive fighters in a beach volleyball setting, and it's just wet and wild fun. This cult classic sold over 1 million copies despite the mixed reception back in 2003. What's not to like? You have babes in bikinis living their best lives playing mini games like jumping across the pool on floats, shell collecting, and going to the casino at night. Now, one has to expect a little more drama with all of these buxom beauties on the island, and it's best to try to keep the peace with the other girls. But let's not forget the volleyball. That's why we're here, right? Now, since I did very well in college volleyball classes myself, I can safely say that the volleyball play here isn't the best I've played mechanically in a video game, or, well, on the court. But who gives a damn? It's fun in the sun with the ladies of Dead or Alive, only on the original Xbox. Number 4 is Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller. Crazy Taxi in the arcade was great, but taking it home on the Sega Dreamcast was just kick your best friend in the ass fun. Then the Dreamcast died and Xbox came to the rescue, bringing home the arcade hit Crazy Taxi 3, and now they call it High Roller because they added a pseudo Las Vegas to the mix with their versions of Hollywood and New York to make this game even more fun. Sure, you can unlock 8 classic original drivers, and there's great music to listen to in the game, which I can't let you hear because of those darned copyright reasons. But they added 25 wacky Crazy X minigames for us to toy with. Some are pretty easy and some are hard. Any way you bake it, the cookies and Sega's ovens still come out tasting just like the ones that our grandma Dreamcast used to bake for us, just with better resolution and a better controller. I still love you, Dreamcast, don't worry. Some of the Crazy X games consist of Crazy Balloons, where you pop balloons before the time runs out, Crazy Tornado, where you have to get your fare to the destination before time runs out and before you take a Chevy Malibu upside your head, Crazy Football, where you take your fare to the end zone before the clock hits 0. Did I mention the murderous vehicles after you? Not all of the games are equally fun, of course, but there's a lot of game packed into Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller, and it's exclusive to and trapped on the OG Xbox. Oh, hey, look, there he's going for the end zone, and touchdown! Number 3 is Raises Hell. The cute little Cutlets are so adorable, but beware, they are wolves in sheep's clothing, as their idea of utopia exists under an evil iron fist of violent authoritarian power throughout the land. Not so cute sounding now after all, are they? Enter Rays and his people who also live in the land of Qtopia. Rays escapes the onslaught of the Qlets and the princess's desire to find 3 ancient artifacts to cure herself of her ugliness. Hey, I didn't write the game, folks, but it makes for a very, very fun hidden gem of a game and a cult classic to boot. Rays begins to gather powers to himself by absorbing different squibs throughout the land. Also, when Rays slaughters the Qlets and their cutesy blood spatters everywhere, Rays can absorb it to regenerate his life force, and eventually he gains a stealth mode, which is instrumental in destroying those cutesy little bastards. I mean, Qlets. I'm generally not into a platformer per se, or maybe this type of game, but because of my older son, back in the day he was playing this and I said, you know what, this is actually kind of interesting looking. So I got into it. It is a unique adventure to be sure, and if you can stomach slashing the blood and stuffing out of those Qlet bastards, then you have yourself a fun time ahead of you, and it's only available on the original Xbox. So slash away, punch them up, knock the stuffing out of those little nasty guys, because guess what? They may be cute, but they're not nice. Number 2 is Dungeons & Dragons Heroes. I love a great hack and slash dungeon crawler, and Dungeons & Dragons Heroes is right up there with Diablo 3, Champions of Norrath, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. This game is directly related to the Dungeons & Dragons universe too, so fans of D&D will feel right at home. You play as one of 4 slain heroes that has been resurrected to once again defeat the evil wizard. No, not that one. Getting closer, but no. Definitely not that asshole. Hasn't he come back enough? Yep, that's him. Well, we'll just call him Jeff the Evil Wizard. So you are brought back from the dead to defeat Jeff the Evil Wizard, since he's returned from the underworld to do a bunch of bad things like let in 8 million illegals, add $1 trillion to the national debt every 100 days, send billions of dollars to foreign lands while his own people suffer, and the heroes have to try to stop him. Wait. Is that Jeff the Evil Wizard or somebody else? Get that off the screen. Ugh. Good lord, this is a family show. Anyway, you can play co-op with up to 4 people. Oh my gosh, I'm so shaken. With up to 4 players locally, and that was a real feat for a dungeon crawler back in 2003. It's a fantastic game through and through, and it's only playable on the original Xbox. Number 1 is Rainbow Six Critical Hour. If you follow the channel, you will already know that I am a fan of the Rainbow Six franchise prior to Rainbow Six Siege. Vegas 1 and 2 are personal favorites, and I also love Lockdown. Critical Hour is the unicorn of the Rainbow Six games, as it has remastered levels from Rainbow Six Rogue Spear, and Rainbow Six Rogue Spear's expansion unit, Urban Operations. Its unicorn status is crystallized by the fact that it can only be played on the original Xbox. Take that, Rainbow Six excrement. Even though Critical Hour had several remastered locations, it didn't shy away from showing off 18 new multiplayer maps and the glorious Rainbow Six fare of game modes like Sharpshooter, Assassin Mode, and Last Man Standing. Despite the murky reception in 2006, the game offers a unique experience for fans who miss the classic Rainbow Six gameplay style. This iteration returned to the more realistic tactical style as opposed to Lockdown's run-and-gun style. Now, I've played both games, and in all honesty, I really couldn't tell the difference, except I had more teammates I could order around and send into a tight spot where angels fear to tread, all while I could just sit back and wait to call their next of kin when the smoke clears if the AI didn't do its job properly. This great unicorn example of a tactical shooter is available on the original Xbox and available only on the original Xbox. So if you'd like to suit up and jump into a good firefight, Critical Hour won't let you down. Well, but this one will. That was part 1. We'll see you in a couple of days for part 2. I just love my old Xbox. We'll see you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like Game Closet's videos, hit that like button real quick. Please consider subscribing and sticking around for more videos. There's a ton of fun and funny stuff here for you, so click one of the boxes on screen and I'd be happy to show you more in Dr. Scott's Game Closet.